Hi YouTube, DataBard here. So they found me a little faster than I expected they would, and so I've had to take some drastic measures and actually trying to hop a flight here in hopes of losing their trail. Hopefully I can stay discreet enough about this, but I want to get this next topic out. So last time I talked about data ownership, right? How important it is for organizations to take ownership of data, especially for business users to take their part in ownership. So let's talk about some of those scenarios where data ownership comes into play. One of the common ones that's talked about a lot is data quality. I know this will come as a shock, but organizations want their data to be clean. They want to be able to trust the data that they have in their organization. So, what does it mean to truly have data quality in your organization? Well, let's go back to that car scenario I brought up last time. So, you've got a car. How do you make sure that your car is in a good state to function for your needs? So, you likely will take it in for inspections on a regular basis and then either uh, have them come in and do maintenance on your car, or if you're a little more hands-on with things, you might go in and do that maintenance yourself. But in either case, in order to start that process, you need to take that time to inspect what the state of your car is and to focus on what are those areas that are struggling the most. You don't want to do maintenance on the car on all aspects of it all the time. It costs too much, right? Here's my point. That proactive monitoring and that consideration towards maintenance is the foundation of data quality. Without measuring things, you can't keep things proactively clean or in decent quality. So if you're watching this, and especially I target this towards business users and organizations, managers, corporate executives, ask yourself, how does your organization measure and track its own data quality? Also give you a couple examples here. These are actual quotes I've had from people I've worked with and some of the situations that I think call out data quality. Here's one example. It would be really great to record this information, but we can't trust our staff to enter this data correctly. Or this. I use this report frequently, but every time I receive it, I have to reach out to someone in this department because the data looks incorrect. Or this one gets me every time. It takes me more time to make sure data is accurate than it does to actually make a decision with it. So if any of these quotes come up in your organization, you've got a data quality problem, and that means that problem remains unsolved. So how do you solve it? I boil it down to this one point. Start measuring it. As an organization, as a business, identify metrics where you are going to define what is or is not good quality data. And it can start small. Just focus on a problem column, one that your organization really struggles with, and define some standards for it. Then work with your IT staff to monitor and to build reports that bring visibility into that particular metric, into that particular business column, and track it, make it a point of discussion. Once you're able to measure it, you can have a much healthier discussion to acknowledge whether it is or is not a big problem and what you can do as an organization to change it. But none of that is possible if you don't figure out how to measure it first so you can see it. Talking about seeing it, it looks like my flight's about to board. Some suspicious walking around, but I hope they aren't part of that. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. DataBard, I'll hopefully see you for another chapter.